to be today. This is from the Grouchy Gardener, which I think is actually kind of an ironic name to it because literally all the tools that you use from this brand, it makes it so easy to be able to use instead. You're not going to be grouchy whatsoever. This is going to be your choice in a blue, green, or red color. The red is our most limited in our short-handled Cultimate Max 7-in-1 tools. So you do have 7 different tools in one here. This is going to allow for you to do precision weeding in and around the plant stems, to cultivate the ground, pulling weeds, pulling seeds, furrows, or drills. It's going to be able to be used in so many different ways. And what I also love about it is it's giving you extra leverage. It's going to be giving you some extra reach, and it is not going to cause any extra digging, which is great as well. My good friend Melissa Epps Wilding is joining us. She is not a grouchy gardener whatsoever. Actually, she's never grouchy. She's the most smiley and happy person I know. Nice to see you.
Oh, Justin, thank you.
And go Birds, by the way.
I'll be even happier on Sunday.
Maybe the green.
So, Justin, this is where we started. I just kind of want to give you an idea. And this was our #1 selling tool. And it was about this big, and it worked really great, almost like 12 inches. We've doubled it in size. And so you're getting 21 inches in length, which is really great because if you have trouble bending over, or you have a longer, need to reach something that's a little bit further away, you can do that now. It's made out of powder coated steel, so it's really, really durable. I've left mine outside in the garden, when I just kind of leave it in the, I have a big bed outside, I'll just leave it down because it's really the tool that you're going to do everything with. And so I'm very open about the fact that I am not the best gardener. But I do like to garden, and I do plant things, every season in the front of my house and in, little areas in the back of my house by my back deck. And this tool does everything for you. So I don't really need anything else. It's going to dig, it's going to plant, it's going to furrow, it's going to edge. It's going to scrape if you have moss or, different things on some of your rocks or even in your container plants. It can rake and it can shovel because of that large head and the way that it is designed to kind of dig in there and get to the bottom of the plant and the root so that you can pull the root out by, the very, very core of the root, the weed out by the core of the root. And the plant, if you want to plant bulbs, deep into the soil as well. So very, very versatile.
Well, Melissa, I wish that I had this last year when I was planting my vegetable garden, because my vegetable garden, I'm at war with it every single year. I plant my veggies, it looks great for 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden, the little weeds start popping up. And that you've got to get in there right then and there, because if you wait, they get really big and they take over. And with this, I can easily get under the root, which is the most important part. Now, I love that what we're seeing, how this is being used in gravel as well.
Yep.
It allows for you to be able to get to the root of the problem. See what I did there? Which is the root itself. Like that is the problem with weeds. You pull it right out and you're good. Maybe you're going to be using this though to dig holes as well, whether it's, I don't know, maybe annuals or perennials. It doesn't matter. Anyone that you go with, you can go ahead and plant using this and use it where you're digging for this as well. The green choice is our most popular option right now. A lot of people are picking up more than one. I personally, Melissa, I would be picking up the red or the green for me, and then here's the red, but I would get the blue for Nick, because Nick always does it. He ends up getting out of gardening with me because he says we don't have enough shovels. So at a clearance price of $17.99, I'm like, no more excuses. Now he can join me in the backyard.
Well, this is perfect because you're going to be able to edge. I know what the front of your house looks like. You're going to be able to do all your edging as well, because the tool's great for that. And it's nice and large, so you're going to be able to really get in there. The way it is designed, I have so many thistle weeds, and that's kind of what I struggle with in the front of my house and in my mulch bed, and they're prickly, and you really have to get deep down. And this allows you to really get under the weeds and pull them up, and then you can kind of, even with my gloves on, they hurt my hands, and then you get rid of them. But you don't have to touch them, and you're getting them at the very, very bottom of the root, which is so important, or else, they just come back and they come back, and you're constantly doing it over and over again. But it's really great because then when it's, October and it's time to start planting maybe your bulbs in your mulch, or, you want to start planting, you can plant with this as well. You can furrow and make the long rows, like you said, with your vegetable garden.
Right.
So whether you're digging, planting, furrowing, edging, this tool is going to do it all for you. And so many people have told us, like, this is great. It's really, that tool that does it all. And And because we've made it longer, it's it's like very good
Ergonomically
for,
correct.
thank you,
Yep,
Justin.
I got you. And also, it's
It's super soft to hold.
you can't bend it. Have you ever had
You
I've done this so many times where, look, I'll be the first to admit it. I went and I paid a couple bucks for a gardening tool and I thought that it was going to be good. And then you go to dig and then all of a sudden it's bent in half and you're like, what happened? This is so unbelievably strong. That ergonomic design to it means that you're not going to be bending over as much. It's giving you better leverage to this. You have extra reach because it's bigger now. So if you want to sit at the edge of your garden to use it, you can. I'm thinking about how I planted sweet potatoes last year, and then to dig them up, you can not only plant, but then you can dig them up afterwards. You can get underneath the root with this so easily. And you see what Melissa has in front of her, a big thing of rocks.
I would normally have some weeds here to show you, but we are totally snow covered, and I was not getting anything outside. But what I have is rocks. So if you want to get under the rocks, you can. And like you said, you are not going to bend or hurt this, but it's still, even at 21 inches and steel and super durable, it's only about a pound, Justin. So it's going to be easy for you to hold, and it's going to be comfortable for you to hold. And, bending over, you don't have to bend over so much because of that length that you're getting there. There's no assembly. It's great for right or left-handed folks. So it doesn't matter, which you're most comfortable with. And then it's that full metal construction.
You know what I'm thinking too, Melissa? And this is like, now I'm just going to give an eighth use for this. As you were just using that, my dad would take us ice fishing. And sometimes we'd go back to the hole again and would have a little bit of ice to be able to break through even something like that. Or if you have a bucket that you left out and you need to break the ice off of it, you might be able to use that for this tool, for that as well. 3 different colors on this clearance price of $17.99. We have the green, the red, which is what Melissa has, and then we also have the blue. A lot of people are picking up more than one, taking advantage of it being on clearance. Thank you so much, Melissa, for bringing this here to us. It's from the Grouchy Gardener, but you're not going to be grouchy while you're using it. 23 5-star reviews on this as well. Okay, next up, this is a gorgeous, relaxing